Good morning and welcome to DLD College London. My name's Janae and I'm the admissions manager here, and I'm going to show you around our lovely school. Before we get started, I just wanted to show you the list to boarding. So our school is the only school in the UK where we have boarding on the same site. Our students literally live upstairs and they travel down 45 seconds to school every morning. So come on in. So this is our main space. This is our space where we come together as a community, where we have our social events and school assemblies. It's also reflective of our international nature here at school. So as you can see, all of the flags that are around the atrium reflect the different nationalities of students that currently study with us at school here at DLD. It's also an extended social space for our boarding students who, as I said, live just upstairs. So during the weekend, after school, they make use of this space. They're able to socialize, play games, listen to music, watch movies down here as well. So I'll take you through to our global kitchen. So this is where we all come together as a community. We all eat here, day students, boarding students and staff, we all eat here together as a community. It's called the Global Kitchen because, again, it's reflective of our international nature here at school. We like to ensure that our cuisine reflects this as well, so our cuisine is varied, and we do try to ensure that our offering is healthy, nutritious, and of all different cuisines around the world as well. So on this side we have our main kitchen, so this is where students will have their main course and dessert. We always have a fresh soup available for students as well. And on this side we have our cold food counter, so this is where we always have fresh salads available for students as well. So this is how we ensure that our food is nutritious and balanced and healthy. And so for boarding students, the fees for food will be included in the boarding fees, of course, and for our day students who will likely have lunch, the cost for food will be £3.30, and that consists of a 3-course meal. So like I said, that could be a salad bowl, a fresh soup, their main course and dessert. On this side we have our coffee shop, and so students are able to get drinks, hot beverages, pastries, sandwich, paninis all throughout the day. For boarding students, it is an additional cost because we like to ensure that they're getting full meals, so we use their boarding allocation to ensure that they get full meals. But anything else that they want from the coffee shop, they're able to purchase using their debit or credit card. And the same goes for our day students as well. They're able to purchase using their top allowance. So we have a payment portal for our day students to top up their food allowance, so they can use that, or they can use their debit or credit card to purchase a coffee as well. So just out here we have a small courtyard and well-being garden. We are of course in the middle of London, so we don't have fields of green space like many other schools, but we do have a small outdoor space that students can access for some fresh air, and a small multi-sports pitch as well. For any further outdoor activities and sporting events, we make use of a park called Archbishop's Park, which is just 3 minutes walk away from us. And so for all our sporting events, football matches, basketball events, netball events, we make use of the park. Like I said, it's just 3 minutes walk away, and so that's where all our activities take place. So I'll show you now our teaching. So DLD itself has 3 floors of teaching here at school. So we have the lower ground floor, which is where we have our drama studio, and then we have 2 floors of teaching as well. And then above that is the 15 floors of boarding. I just want to stop here so I can show you about our extracurricular activities here at DLD. So our school day runs from 8:45 to 4, and then after that 4 to 5 o'clock we have our extracurricular activities for our students as well. So we have a variety of clubs that students can join, so it can be a creative club, a academic club, a sporting club, or just a subject clinic for those students who would need a little additional support with their studies. All students are expected to take part in at least one club, just to further enrich their time while they're with us here at DLD. They can of course do as many as they like, providing it doesn't interfere with their studies. But as I said, all students have to do just one. So for one day of the week, they'll be in school until 5 o'clock. Okay. This is always really special to show. So this is pictures of our graduation ceremony. So DLD College London is the only school in the UK that has access to the Houses of Parliament for our leaver ceremony / speech ceremony. So it's a really big and special event for our students to celebrate their achievements and their time whilst they're with us. And so they get dressed up, they wear their gowns and their caps, and they parade over Westminster Bridge. And of course, parents are welcome to join us as well. So it's a really lovely way to celebrate their time. So I just want to show you our A-level results here at DLD. We are a non-selective school, so we have students of all academic abilities. Quite a few of our students coming to DLD College London, this is their first experience of the British curriculum. And so as you can see, regardless of that, our students are able to really achieve some really good results. So 98% of our art students got their A stars to B. 100% of our further math students got their A stars to B. Our overall results, 58% of our students got their A stars to B. And the way we're supporting our students, our A-level students, with their next steps, each student is allocated a university admissions tutor, and that person is here to give them one-on-one support with their next steps when they leave us here at DLD. And so that person will help them with their university application. They will help them with anything that they need, research into universities. And also alongside that, we do have our university admissions fair that takes place just in the atrium there. So we have representatives of universities that come in, and our students are able to speak with them directly about their potential pathways and entry requirements and so on. We also do BTECs here at DLD, and so we do our level 3 BTEC diplomas, which is equivalent to 3 A levels. So for students that would benefit from a different pathway of learning, a different route to their learning, we offer a BTEC diploma in business and media studies. And so our students have been able to go on to the Russell Group universities. The statistics of students that go on to university varies. It really does depend on the family, especially because we're quite an international school here. And so students maybe go back home to, you know, join their family business. They may go abroad to go to university abroad, or for those students that stay here to go to university in the UK, they do go on to good quality Russell Group universities and Oxbridge as well. So I'll take you up to our first floor of teaching. So this is our first floor of teaching here at DLD. We're a really open plan school, as you can see as we go around, and we do have study spaces around the school. But for students that could benefit with a bit more of a quiet space, we do have our library here. So we do have a small library, and we do have a small stock of books here for students, but we are also partnered with the London Library. So if there's anything that we don't have here that a student needs, we're able to get it from the London Library on behalf of the student and return it when they're done as well. So as I said, as we are such an open plan school, for students that want a bit more quiet study space, they're able to access the library as well to study quietly there. I will now take you through to our art corridor. Art is a really popular and successful subject for us here at DLD. All the work that you see is examples of our students' work. So I'll take you to one of our art studios. So this is one of our art studios. Our students study multiple principles of art, painting, drawing, graphics, print work. We also do photography here, we also do graphic communications here, and all this work that you see in the classroom, as like I said, is our students' work. study graphic communications. They also study photography. We also have a access to university course in fashion management for students as well that our international students can access. So here's our graphic communications class. All classrooms have, our graphic communications classroom has the iMacs, which are all loaded with the Adobe suites, so everything that they need, all the resources that they need to complete their course, we ensure that all students have access to all resources. But in school, we do expect students to come into school with their own laptops or iPads to complete work and take notes within class. But like I said, for students that are doing, for instance, graphic communications or computer science, we do have the computers in classrooms for them as well. We also have a photography studio. So this is not just for our photography students. All students are able to access this space. We have the backdrops, we have the lighting, we have the cameras, we have all the equipment for students to use. Our photography students, we do encourage them to have their own cameras as well because they will get to know their equipment best. But for our students, even if they don't have their own equipment, that's perfectly fine. We have the equipment that they can borrow as well. So photography is also an extracurricular activity that we offer for students. And so even students studying something else, if they even have a little bit of an interest in photography or they want to get to, they want to try something new, they're able to book a space in here and they can use this space also. To our well-being zone. Well-being is a priority for us here at DLD. We want to ensure that our students are happy, we want to ensure that our students are content, and so we're looking at all the ways in which we can support them to help them to achieve the best outcomes whilst they're studying with us. So this area here is called our quiet zone. It's not a social space for students, it's a space for students to access whenever they're stressed, whenever they just need a bit of a timeout or just space to reset. We also have 2 school counsellors who are located in here and our school matron. So if students ever want to book time to see one of our school counsellors, it's no extra cost. They're able to go in there and book some time with our school counsellor, just to speak and get some support whenever they need it. We also have our learning support team who are just located there for students who need a bit of additional support with their education. We have a team that supports them there as well. So I'll now take you through to one of our classrooms. This is a unique classroom here at DLD. This is our esports classroom. We're one of a few schools that have a space like this. And so for us, our esports room is for our students in year 10 who are studying their 2-year GCSE course. So it's a subject that they can study alongside their other GCSE subjects, and it's worth 1 GCSE, of course. And so it's called BTEC Esports, and they're looking at the business of gaming. They're looking at taking a game from concept to market. So it falls in line with actually business studies and economics and even a little bit of computer science. But alongside this course that our students study, it is also an extracurricular activity. So students are able to come and be a part of our DLD team. They're called the DLD Dragons, and they actually compete against other schools. They did really well last year. So this is accessible to all students who want to get involved in the DLD team. I'll show you a typical classroom now here at DLD. So this corridor, we have media studies, we have sociology, business and economics, but I'm going to show you the sociology classroom, and this is a typical classroom here of what you would expect. There we go. So, all our classrooms are more or less the same. They have the same type of table and chairs, interactive screen and whiteboard with the teacher at the front, and obviously we have the furniture that holds all the resources, textbooks, and so on and so forth. So our average class size is 12 students per class with a maximum size of 15 students per class. The only difference would be the configuration of classes. So some students may want, some teachers, my apologies, may want their rooms set up in a different way, but more or less our classrooms look the same. So we're going to go up to the second floor of teaching now. So that's where we have all of our core subjects, the sciences, the maths, and English. But also I wanted to show you our lockers here at school. So we have lots of lockers for our students. They're not allocated to students in any specific way. Students are able to use them as and when they need to. But the majority of our students don't really use them because they are boarding students anyway. So our A-level boarding students are able to access their rooms when they have a free study period. So there's plenty of lockers available for students whenever they need them. So we'll go upstairs. So this is the second floor of teaching. We're going to go along the science corridor now. We have 6 science labs here at DLD, 2 physics labs, 2 chemistry labs, and 2 biology labs. We'll show you the chemistry one. So as you can see, all our labs are stocked with the resources for students to do their practical experiments. So they have their cloaks, they have the safety goggles, everything that they need to do to be successful in their courses. All the labs are obviously bigger classrooms because they need their space. But again, this still means the class sizes remain the same, 12 students on average, 15 students maximum. So we have a house system here at DLD. Each student, when they join us, is allocated to a house. We have 5 different houses and they're named after the London Tube lines. So we have Metropolitan, Piccadilly, Northern, District and Jubilee. And so within all the houses, they're made up of different nationalities, different year groups, day students and boarding students, and it's a way to encourage students to socialise more widely across the school. Oh, let me show you the biology classroom actually. This is a really, really lovely classroom. Oh my God. As I was saying about the house system, they're made up of different year groups, day students, boarding students, different nationalities, and it's just to encourage students to socialise more widely across the school. They have house assemblies, house competitions, and they have house social events as well. But with the house system, we also have a house mistress and house master whose duty it is to look after students pastorally and academically. So whenever students need any support, their first point of contact will be their house mistress or house master, or the assistant house mistress or house master, and those people are also here to be parents' first point of contact as well. So if parents have any concerns or questions, they'll be given the house mistress or master's details and they can contact them in the first instance also. The house mistress and masters are also teachers, so if they're not available straight away, they will of course, get back in contact with you as soon as they can. So this is the English corridor here. We'll show you an English classroom. As I said, our classrooms are more or less the same. And I'll just show you a maths classroom quickly also. Maths is a really popular subject here at DLD. As I showed you earlier, our maths results were really exceptional, with 98% of our students getting their A stars to be in further maths. So these classrooms are bigger classrooms because we have more students that study maths here with us here at DLD. But alongside that, these are the classrooms that have really incredible views across Westminster Bridge as well. If you just have a look there. There's just one last thing I'd like to show you, and that is our art exhibition of our 2022 students. Just to show you how talented and creative our students are. So this art exhibition is made up of our students across the creative department, so our photography students, our art and design students, our graphic communication students. So it's just a lovely way to leave you with some wonderful art from our students of DLD. So that's it. Thank you for viewing our virtual tour. If you have any questions at all, please do get in touch. If you want to come and see us and visit us in person for a private tour, please do get in touch. We'll be happy to book that for you. Thank you.